Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be working in my Me, Myself, and I Traveler's Notebook. So as I kind of flick through my Traveler's Notebook papers and my 4x6 cards and decide what I want to do with this, I've already done my first page. The first prompt I'm going to work on is the me prompt. So I have a photo of myself and I also have a 4x6 text piece that has some journaling on it that I printed. I went through all of my Traveler's Notebook papers and chose two of these beautiful kind of tone-on-tone patterns from Tracy Reed. And now I'm going through my 4x6 cards, and I'm going to end up pretty much using all the papers are from this Tracy Reed collection because it just matched really well. So I organize all of my Traveler's Notebook size papers, all of my 3x4 and 4x6 cards in a little plastic container, and I sort them by season. So I have fall, winter, spring, summer, and then I have ones that's like neutrals or miscellaneous things. Another word of note, I'm using this beautiful spiral bound Traveler's Notebook type book from Journal Your Life Stamps. It is spiral bound, which is awesome because it means you can make it as chunky as you want. As an aside, yes, I know I accidentally started working in my book, and when I started working in it, it was backwards and upside down, but I'm just going with it. It's okay. We're just gonna take a deep breath and move on from that. I'm just gonna have to fight with the little spiral bound stuff for a couple of my first pages till I get really into the book, and I'm just going with it. I'm trimming down all of these different elements so that they will fit comfortably into my book, and also because I want to do a little bit of an interactive element with a flip. So this is why I chose a spiral bound book for this particular project. I've had this book for a couple of months. Really wanted to use it, just needed the right project. And this is a good one because I can put acrylic in there, I can put all the things in there, and it will be fine. It will be nice and big and full and beautiful. So we're gonna start with a flip up. Another little word of note, I'm turning this into a yearly project, so I'm gonna be working on this all year long. I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna have fun with it, I'm gonna use different types of products. I'm also not 100% sure that I'm going to film all of the processes for the entire book. Some of the pages I may just create on my own. We'll just see how it goes, and as always, if you have a preference, just go ahead and tell me in the comments below, because you know that this is just as much your channel as it is mine. I always tell you guys to let me know if something catches your eye and you really want me to do more of something. Never made a flip before with washi tape. Easiest thing ever, and I highly recommend it if you're someone who really enjoys Traveler's Notebook spreads or pocket pages. They work great in pocket pages too. Okay, so I have my little flip started there. I'm just gonna go ahead and add my photo to the front. So we have the photo in the front, and then when you flip it open, we have the all about me with the journaling, and then the photo of myself in the front. And then I can just adhere the whole thing right there into my notebook, and it will flip open as you turn the page. So now we're going to do a bunch of stamping. So I have a stack. Look, you see this stack of stamps. There's probably only like one stamp out of each of these packs I want to use. I'm going to start by adding some of this really pretty washi to the top and the bottom of my Traveler's Notebook paper. And then we're going to do a little bit of masking so that we have a place to kind of put our prompt and the number 1. So let's go ahead and start with our prompt. I am going to be using a alphabet stamp set. 2 of them actually. The larger one is from Feed Your Craft and the smaller one is from Close to My Heart. So let's talk about the prompts while I do some stamping. These prompts were provided by Hiba. Hiba is my little journal. on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel, she has a reading group, and she also has an amazing Instagram feed. So definitely check her out. She is one of my very favorite YouTubers, which is kind of funny because her style is very clean and very simple. It's beautiful, beyond beautiful, but very clean, very simple. And if you've been around here any amount of time, you know that I am neither of those things. But I totally get her. We're close to the same age. Our kids are close to the same age. We both love our dogs. So watching her scrapbook and watching her put together these amazing spreads is always such a joy to me, even if our styles are quite different, but still fabulous. So you can head over to her channel. I'll try to link up the prompt list below. I think it's on Pinterest is where you have to get it. But if I don't remember and you guys don't see it in the description box and you really want it, leave me a comment. That will remind me to find a link for you. Or, and this is just the best ever, run over to Hibba's channel, my little journal, and check hers out. She's using a Storyline Chapters book. Now, she's doing it all in 1 month, and I'm going to pull mine out through the year. So the number one I stamped was with Close to My Heart, a stamp set from Close to My Heart. It's called Jen's Hand, and I cannot imagine it's still available because it's kind of ancient. So we're going to go ahead now. Now, I want to do a circle around the number one and the me, and then stamp all the way around it. And I'm going to do some stamping around, I'm going to stamp over this entire page, except for the parts that I mask. So I'm masking off the washi tape at the top and bottom. And then I die cut a circle just out of plain white cardstock, whatever crap stock I had hanging around my stash. And I'm going to use it as a mask. So I'm going to take the tiniest bit of tape and put it on the back. And then you can see me there, I put my finger over it and kind of unstickied it a ton. And then I can just kind of lay it over. And it'll stay, but it won't adhere, if that makes sense. So now here are all of these stamps. I have loads of stamps. Any stamp that I had in my stash that I thought talked about me, right? So the prompt is me. And if you flip over that page on that flip out that we made, it's kind of like the journaling on there is like list journaling that's just vital statistics, like my age and stuff like that. Then I went through all of my stamps, and any stamp I had that I thought described my personality, and there's a lot of them because I tend to gravitate towards stamps that are like things that I do, right? So we have stuff that says craft supplies before guys. We have stuff that says book nerd. We have ones that say chaos coordinator. Just lots of different stamps that describe me. And I'm going to create a pattern paper. I'm going to stamp all these different stamp sets all around the page. If you are interested in a specific stamp set, please leave a comment below and let me know which phrase you're interested in. I'll find the stamp set and let you know which one it is. Some of these are still available. Some of these are not still available. I really just did a huge stash dive through all of my stamps. So that one says Indoorsy. That stamp set's from Feature Craft. I am using Sandcastle, Sage, and Orange Peel ink from Catherine Pooler. I am slowly but surely building a huge collection of Catherine Pooler's inks. This project definitely took a little bit of time stamping all of these words and stamping them in all the different colors, but I love stamping, so I wasn't worried about it. I don't know why I left this part in, because obviously I'm like switching a podcast or switching a TV show or something on my iPad. And then I'm going to go back to stamping. So I have lots and lots of stamps that I wanted to use on this, and I went for it. I alternated my stamp sets. A lot of these things I stamped twice. If it was small, if it's a smaller stamp, I didn't use the Door of My Misty. I just free range stamped it onto the Traveler's Notebook paper. But if it was a bigger stamp or I really wanted to get the placement just so, I went ahead and used that. So you can see me here. Look at all these stamps. They're like all over my glass mat. And every one of the stamps is from a different stamp set. Let's not talk about how fun that was to put away when we were all finished. Okay, so now I'm going to pull away all of these masks so you get a nice idea of what this page is going to look like all finished. So cute. I love, love, love how the stamping turned out. I think it turned out exactly the way that it did in my head when I was designing how I wanted this first page to go. So now I'm taking a new to me product. These are mild liners. You just get them at Amazon, and I'll leave a link to them below. This is a new to me product. They're called Creative Markers, and they're really fun. I really, really like them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use 2 different shades of orange, and I'm going to color in this Boy Mom stamp just a little bit. So I put the lighter color down and colored inside the lines, and now I'm taking this darker orange and just grabbing some of the highlights on the page. I need to apologize. I'm sorry if you can hear all of my dogs behind me and around me. I'm doing my voiceover where I don't usually do my voiceover because my husband has the man flu, and I generally will voiceover like on my bed with the door shut, but can't do that today or now because I avoid the man flu at all costs. Okay, so look how like that just made that Boy Mom kind of pop, and it's a nice big stamp and it describes me, so we're going for it. Okay, now we're almost finished, right? Cool. All right, we're gonna put the Traveler's Notebook, that paper we've been working on, we're gonna pop it into the other side of my notebook. And then we're gonna use some of these peachy colored Nouveau drops to add just a little bit of sparkle here and a little bit of shimmer and a little bit of something not paper around the layout. And that is where we are going to call this page done. If you've made it to the end of this rather long chatty video, gold star for you. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your week. And I will see you very soon. Here are some close-ups for you.